Hello, dear aquarist, dear fish keeper. And for those that like cichlids, today it's about a cichlid that has a serious problem in the gills, causing the fish to die. So watch my videos and my findings where I use the microscope to show you what's going on. And well, this was a nasty problem for this Adinocara pulcher cichlid. Oh, cichlid should be here with parasitic gill and bacterial infection, two infections at the same time. Many details you find on treatments and diagnosis and photographs on diseased fish. Well, you get my books. The Adinocara Acara cichlid, the blue neon variety, became weak, skinny. They were losing color. See some in the back here getting very skinny. And that's why some died after a couple of days, couple of weeks. And others look fine, look better, not so sick, and eating well, but still, the microscopic findings of checking pieces of the gills with the microscope showed us many encapsulated worm larvae called Metacercaria, which are larvae of the digenetic trematode worms in the gills. Look at how many are here and taken away healthy tissue. Here another part of another gill, taken away healthy tissue. Here and enlarged, you see the larvae here, taken away healthy tissue, and it's encapsulated. You cannot reach with treatments. And inside it's alive during the time that it's waiting here at the fish as in the intermediate host before it's eaten by another big bird, or usually birds in the nature, and that the cycle will be completed. I'll show you later what I mean with the cycle of the parasite, or what you can do about it. The problem that happened that the fish weakened, the gills were weakening. Look, reddish, bleeding. Here already very advanced gill rot, bacterial infections occur, and that's why the fish die. They don't die because of the encapsulated worms. No, the worms are not killing the fish. Of course, it's taking away healthy tissue. Of course, it's weakening the fish, and it's giving a risk of a bacterial infection. And that happened here. Here, there's no worms anymore to see, no worm larvae, but all devoured gills by bacteria infection. Terrible. This fish is dying from pneumonia. For human, it's gillmonia, I call that. Also, the liver had poor tissue. You see the reddish part, the darkening parts. So the liver was not working well either, because the infection from the gills also goes inside the fish. And the origin of the problem is that there are worm larvae coming in through the snails, or originally first from the bird, then into the water, in the snails, and then from the snails comes a larvae that comes into the fish and somewhere encapsulated. Here it's in a Florida gar, for example. But anyway, the cycle is going like this, and then the fish is eaten by the bird, so it closes the cycle. Parasite from the bird through a snail or another intermediate host, can be another tiny fish, can be another crustacea, like maybe a water fleas, Daphnia, things like that can also be a cause. So live food can be a risk, and then eaten by the fish, and then the parasite has a chance to wait till he's eaten again. And that's usually happening in fish farms, where fish are kept outside, no biosecurity, and the birds are flying around, putting their droppings into the water, or sitting at the water and giving a chance that those parasites, larvae, come into the water. And you have snails in the water, or of course, then the snails is another risk that it can pass on to the fish. So it's usually a problem at the breeder. That's what happened here. And that's what kills then the fish. It's the bad gills. Because I explained, the fish becomes weaker, more damaged gills, and die. So the very bad ones, the very skinny ones, which are really suffering, put them gently asleep. And I can recommend Arcomore Plus It is a very safe product from Aquarium Munster. Maybe an antibacterial treatment like with an antibiotic can help, especially to cure the gills, because it's the gills where the fish are particularly suffering from the bad gills, and that the fish will die. Metacercaria are worm larvae that are encapsulated, and like I said, you cannot treat them because they are in a capsule. You're protected for anything except by eating by a bird. You can help to restore the immune system of the fish so he has a better health, and I recommend a functional food like Dr. Bassleer Biofish Food Forte. Well, books help you to understand fish diseases. Try to read them, try to get them. And I hope you can get maybe training at my Patreon. Up you, for you to choose that. Well, I think this is a serious problem from a fish that came somewhere from a breeder who did not do good care, and is causing a serious problem for some of the fish. Some might be healthy and do well and have much lesser infection, but you don't see that. Okay, I hope this helped you to understand this kind of fish disease. Thank you for watching.